always wondered why it's called a hooded eye. Do you see this part? This literally goes over like a hood. Do you see how this hood just, same thing as my eyelid? In the previous video, I kind of just did a quick get ready with me. This is what I would just quickly run out the door with. But I think seeing how this hood is looking a little rough right now, I'm gonna do a little old school tutorial, hooded eye tutorial. The thing I think I want to show you is that you can snatch your face with a high pony, which I'm sure we all knew, right? Before. Look already how lifted that is. It's not a huge difference, but it's a difference to me. I don't feel the lid like drooping over now. And you can see the fold a little bit more than before. It was so hooded, it was almost like a model lid. I learned this from the makeup artists on YouTube. There's also face tapes. I've never used them. I don't really plan on it, mostly because I'm lazy. But it's an option. Now that I showed you how you can instantly snatch and lift your face with a high ponytail, I'm gonna go into the makeup aspect of it. If I had to choose just 2 brushes for my hooded eyelid, I would choose brushes like this. You don't have to use these exact ones. So something new that I noticed from old school YouTube and new YouTube is back in the day, they just say, just take any brush that looks like this. But now everything is so salesy, which I don't blame you. Get your bag, right? But it's always like, you need this brush, you need that brush. I need this brush and this brush, but what you need might be different from what I need. Anything similar will do. This is the Rose & Ben E28. Kind of just like a typical blending brush. I don't have it anymore, but there was this like famous MAC brush and Morphe brush that was very similar to it. Yeah, I think they would call this a tapered blending brush, right? Because it's tapered like this. See, it's pinched on the side and then wider. Compared to like, this would be like a traditional blending brush. It's rounded. I have a hooded eye. A brush of this shape will help you a lot, and I'll explain why as we go along. Second would be this Rephr 29. I don't even know if they sell this on the website or if this was a prototype. Basically a flat liner brush. You see how teeny tiny this is, and this is why I love it. Anything you would call like a transition eyeshadow, I'm gonna use this one here in the Makeup by Mario palette. And with hooded eyes, you want to look straight. Don't close your eyelid. And next we're gonna talk about the motion. Well, I'll start with this one because this one is the more difficult, super hooded lid. This one is slightly hooded, but this one, very hooded. Old YouTube videos, you would see people telling you to blend, right? It kind of works, but not really. Do you see how the skin is just moving and the shadow is like, where do I go? So what you want to do if you have a hooded lid is tap or stipple. This is called the stippling motion. This is where I have a fold. This is not the crease. The crease is where your socket would be. So in here, you feel around for it. Where is the brow bone? Mine is all the way here. That's where my crease would be. So what we do is we create the illusion of a crease since we don't have one. With our eye shape, if you have one like mine, this isn't going to help you that much, this swiping blending motion. You want to press tap, stipple. Tap where you want the most color, and then you diffuse inwards and outwards. I'm going to slightly bring this up so that you get that lifted effect. Okay, now I'm gonna take this more neutral brown shade and do the same exact thing, focusing on this outer corner. Do that stippling motion and blend it out. Okay, I'm not happy with this at all. So we get more bloopers. You know what? This is so funny. I never, ever, hardly ever used a primer. But look at this. Do you see this? This never happens to me. But of course, the day I decide I'm gonna film, it does. So you might have been here before. You catch yourself with some patchiness and you think, do I take a makeup wipe to the face now? And this is why I love shimmer and glitter, because it fixes everything. I could just put it on top and you would never know. If you watched my previous video, you will see how I talked about that I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. I just never got around to doing it. One of the reasons is things like this, right? Like, here I am trying to film a video, and today of all days, I get patchiness. Going back to what I was saying, the devil is a liar, okay? So right now, internally in my head, what I may be thinking is, why am I even doing this? Why bother? This, right? Like this internal dialogue that we have with ourselves. Sometimes we go to that negative space. I'm just taking a clean brush with nothing on it, Rose and Ben E29. We might go to that place and then we never start doing the thing that we always wanted to do. Well, not today, okay? Don't listen to those voices that are discouraging you. Listen to the voice of God. And if God told you, planted this vision in your heart, a dream, just do it, okay? Because what you focus on expands. If you focus on the negativity, that's what you'll hear. If you focus on the positive things more and more and more, then that's where you'll be more inclined to go. It's gonna go back into that first shadow. I think I ruined it by going into the darker one. But also, this palette is very old. This is the original one from launch. It's probably technically expired and I probably need a new one. Could be lots of things, I don't know. Now just mixing these two shades. Tapping into that crease, creating the shape that I want. All right, there you go. Now I'm getting more of the illusion of a crease than just seeing all of this brow space here. Okay, yeah, see, I'm having a way easier time with this eyelid. And that's because this is the one that's not as hooded. So you can either stop it here or bring it out a little bit. But I think I'm just gonna keep it right here at the tail of my brow. Then again, going into the E29 just to buff it all together. So this one you could also stipple, right? Stippling is the tapping motion or blending in the little circles. Again, nothing on this product, it's just a clean brush just to soften out all those edges. Next up, I'm going in with my Rephr 29, my flat liner brush, just tapping into like a mid-tone brown. You can use a darker shade if you like, if you want, if you need to, if you have a darker skin tone, to lift this area here. Start lining under the lash line. And then where this lash line ends, just continue bringing that line out, and that's where your wing is gonna be. Very important, again, with super hooded eyelids, you don't want to drag, because look at what happens with the skin. You just tug and pull and then it doesn't end up where you need it to be. So again, you need to look straight and you need to tap. I made the mistake when I was younger of pulling, and then that's what gives you that weird like swoosh instead of a straight line. Again, look straight and just stipple, tap on that shape that you want. Then if you ever find that there's any harshness, like I kind of see some right here, take your concealer brush, whatever you used earlier, and use that to just clean up those areas. Just literally tap it over. It's like a magic eraser brush. Under this area too, if you need to clean it, just again use that magic eraser brush. You know what, teaching moment. So like, let's say I'm in a rush, I don't have time to take a makeup wipe to the face and start all over, and I do have this little like patchiness here. That is why glitter is your best friend. Take a metallic and literally just swipe that on, and it's like, where? I didn't notice that there was any patchiness. Where? I don't see her. Just take that same blending brush, marry those shades together, and good as new. No one will ever know. How will they know? How will they know? They're not gonna know. You could even take it up a notch. So that was a metallic. You can take a sparkly topper shade and just tap that in the center. And then they're really not gonna know. What do you prefer? Do you prefer a matte look or shimmer? Because for my entire life, I've been very into the shimmers and glimmers. But lately, I really appreciate a matte look. We'll just even out the other eye, going into that metallic. Hooded lids, a lot of strip lashes are uncomfortable because they feel like they make my eyelids just feel even heavier. So if I do go in with a lash, I would do the ones that you just stick underneath your lash. But I'm not going to do that today. So it's important for you to get a good lash curler. You want to curl those lashes. There you go. Do you see? Curling that instantly gives me a little lift. See, with that magic eraser technique, if you see any harsh lines like this one I don't like right now, use that brush that you used for your concealer and just tap that away there, and just blends it out beautifully. This is the L'Oreal Panorama Mascara. Every time I wear this, I get compliments. Side, I'll do L'Oreal. So here's just one coat of L'Oreal Panorama. You can see how it instantly lifts again. Adds to that lifting effect to help out my little old hooded eyelid. Okay, I found it. This is my second favorite. This is e.l.f. Lash and Roll. Okay, so one coat of e.l.f. compared to L'Oreal. I think it just opens up the eye a lot more and completes the look, so I always just do the bottom lashes as well. The trick I learned from Candy Johnson's mom. So she holds the wand vertically and she runs it just all across the lash line and then like pull each section down. This is it. This is what I do when I just need a little bit of a lift. This is how I do my makeup for my hooded lids. You can see here still like there's a lot that gets covered from this fold, but it's okay. We work with what we got. If this video was helpful to you, let me know in the comment section down below. Please give the video a like to support, subscribe, do all the things. Again, I'm here starting this channel because it's something I've always wanted to do. I love how other creators have helped me troubleshooting makeup. Like, what do you do when it's patchy like this and you don't have time? Just throw glitter on. You don't need to take a makeup wipe to the face all the time. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Another reason I'm doing this is not only to show myself, but to show others, not only to prove it to myself, but to show others that it's not too late. If there's something you want to do, do it. Don't let the negative inner thoughts win. Just keep pushing through, keep going slowly, little by little. And let me know also in the comments section down below what type of videos you want to see from me. More makeup, more family. I spoke a little bit, I kind of said as a little joke, like the devil is a liar, but spirituality is also very important to me. If you want to talk about that, what should we talk about? Let me know. And if you made it this far, again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you.